Hello, Nilmer Steve.
Loyal Nilmer Steve.
So today we were at Walt Disney World Resort, and we were both ill, but we're not ill anymore. So it's time to rank all the attractions we went on a tier list. We're gonna start off with a bang. Looks like with the Hall of Presidents. So, how do we feel about the Hall of Presidents? I'm a big fan of the Hall of Presidents personally.
It was a very interesting experience.
Yeah.
I think it reminded me of Spreenex.
Okay. Derogatory?
Because there were like 3 different panels of screens and they were all showing different things at certain points.
Okay.
But I don't even know what to do with the Hall of Presidents.
Okay.
It wasn't inherently.
Here's the thing. It has
how are we ranking these, by the way? Like
just level of gas.
Level of gas, or are we like how did the ride accomplish its intention? Because the experience of the Hall of Presidents.
Yeah. Okay. Let's do our personal experience because all of these are pretty well Imagineer, all things considered, but some of them are a little less interesting to us. So, I think for Hall of Presidents, most of it is a video that's pretty boring.
Yeah.
The animatronics are cool. But
and funny,
and it's funny. I don't know if it's going for funny.
And there's a recording of Joe Biden saying,
Yeah, it is the only Walt Disney World
speech.
It is the only attraction with Joe Biden. So, but okay, if we're being honest with ourselves, maybe C.
What goes below the Hall? This is our benchmark, right? Since we're starting off with the Presidents. So
that's just how this came. That wasn't a me choice.
Do we think there are rides that are below the Hall? I guess specifically because of the experience. Like, oh my god, we were really excited to see that.
It was real. No, it was really high. We were looking forward to it the whole trip.
I think C is appropriate here.
I think C because there are things I enjoyed less than the Hall of Presidents that
definitely.
we'll get to. Okay. Okay. Now we have the riverboat. It's chill.
It wasn't chill when we were there because we were in Florida and it was a swamp, and I wanted to get out of I wanted to have a chill time, and I was like burning up because
that's true. Okay, well maybe we can try to be a little more objective.
Okay. Well, you just said to be subjective with the Hall of Presidents.
Well, I love the Hall of Presidents.
But okay, I guess environmental factors notwithstanding.
Yeah, that's what I mean. The attraction on its own.
The attraction on its own. If I had gone on the riverboat in Disneyland instead of Disney World or instead of Magic Kingdom, then maybe it would have been a better experience because
but
I wouldn't have been as pissed off with how the weather was.
Yeah. Okay, I mean no higher than C.
Surely not higher than the Hall of Presidents.
Probably it's no Hall of Presidents.
Is it the way we can think about this one in particular? Is it above the Hall of Presidents? Is it below, or is it equal to the Hall of Presidents?
I got more enjoyment out of the Hall of Presidents.
Definitely, I think there were some animatronics in this one, and it was a little racially insensitive. That was kind of funny. Or D's.
I'm gonna put a D for now.
Okay,
I think.
All right.
It's just we're gonna get to some heat pretty shortly. So Dumbo we didn't go on.
Yeah.
Enchanted Tales, Small World we did. It's chill.
I think it's equal to the Hall of Presidents. Probably.
It's probably on par with the Hall of Presidents. I like it, but it is a little annoying. I don't know.
And it doesn't have intellectual properties.
This
like
one, unlike the Disney World one, this
one
doesn't. Yeah, unlike Disneyland, this does not have intellectual properties. So. PhilharMagic
was crazy. It was like I didn't know about PhilharMagic before going to Disney World, but it is like a theater experience where like it's sort of derivative of Fantasia a little bit, where like Donald gets a hold of this magical baton and goes through all these Disney property universes.
Yeah.
And causes chaos, and it was like all animated in the mid or early 2000s.
Yeah.
But then there's just this one segment where it's Coco because they added Coco into it, and the animation looks so much better. It is crazy.
Yeah, most of it looks kind of bad.
I came out of that thinking, oh, this could have used an update, but they already updated it like 5 years ago or less.
Yeah, they just refused to change anything else.
Yeah.
Other than just adding a part. So. I would say pretty underwhelming attraction overall.
I would put it D maybe?
Yeah, no, I think so.
Okay.
I think so. Are we ranking within the tiers, or are we just?
No, well,
we'll leave it as is.
We can say like, oh, it's giving high or low D tier, but we don't.
It's
necessarily
serving.
Have to...
This is Peter Pan's Flight. We didn't do that.
Okay, yeah.
Nor did we
always
do
a 45-minute line for that.
Yeah. One. Nor will I ever do that because it's comically long.
The carousel.
Carousel we did not do.
We did the carousel of progress, but we'll get to that later.
Oh, dude. Let's talk about heat. Seven Dwarfs Mine Train. Good attraction.
I'm struggling a little bit to remember how that went because I feel like I was a little logged at that point.
Mm-hmm.
It was about on par with like, I don't know if it was on par or above or below the closest comparable ride, which was
Big Thunder
Mountain
Railroad. I think it's about on par. Well, maybe a little bit above for me because it does have like some show scenes and animatronics, albeit projection animatronics. But you know, I'll take it over no theming at all. Well, Big Thunder has theming.
Big Thunder has theming.
I take it back. But I think this is chill.
You think it's
definitely higher than the Hall of Presidents.
Yes.
I would say B probably.
I think high B tier is probably
high B tier. Okay. Astro Orbiter we didn't do. Who knows what that experience is like? I have no idea. There's nothing else like it.
There's nothing else like it. Not like Dumbo or Magic Carpets of Aladdin
or Triceratops Spin or etc. Space Mountain.
The Disney World version of Space Mountain.
Yeah, I gotta say, kind of underwhelming.
A little underwhelming.
Yeah, Disneyland clears. It has the Michael Giacchino music that's heat. This was just, I don't know.
It was a little weird. I think it was like better themed to how Tomorrowland was, like this old retro version of the future. Retro futurist.
I mean, one could say.
But I don't know. Maybe it's just because of the comparison to Disneyland Space Mountain, but I felt definitely underwhelmed by this.
No, I think it's probably as good as Seven Dwarfs Mine Train.
Yeah, definitely as good as Seven Dwarfs Mine Train.
Yeah.
My question is, would it be an A tier if there wasn't something else to compare it to?
Yeah, and also, a much better futuristic roller coaster right next to it.
Yes.
So, People Mover.
S tier.
I don't know if I would go S tier, but it's a banger.
People Mover is a fun thing to do, and it's great because you can just walk right on. Except weirdly, there was like a 35-minute wait at certain points.
Yeah, we just walked right on, and that was really nice.
And if you walk right on and ride through it, it's a fun little attraction.
Yeah, it's decently long. Cool little behind the scenes look at some of your favorite attractions, like the Carousel of Progress.
The rides and even see, like, you could see, I don't know, there was this one, like, lava pit area that you could see while on the People Mover, and I think it was primarily intended for the People Mover.
Yeah.
And then later, during a queue, or maybe as I was exiting a queue for maybe Space Mountain or something like that, I looked and I saw it, and I was like, whoa, it's just like the People Mover.
Yeah.
So, I don't know if I was just charmed, or if it's because of the bit.
It's
I almost want to give it a B.
It's not the same. No, it's at least a B, bro. Obviously. But okay, we don't have to put as high as like the actual like exciting rides.
Now we have to consider, is People Mover of equal quality as Space Mountain?
I think so. Look, it's way longer. It's charming. Whereas Space Mountain, we're just like, oh, that's just not as good as.
Yeah.
So I don't know.
Okay.
I don't feel bad about that at all, personally. Okay. All right.
We're getting to the real stuff.
Walt Disney's Carousel of Progress.
Didn't the People Mover go around the Carousel of Progress?
Yes, it did. It went on top of the Carousel of Progress.
Yeah. Which is why it's at B tier, the same tier as Space Mountain.
Yes. Carousel of Progress. I like the Carousel of Progress. I think it's really chill. I would put it above the Hall of Presidents, personally.
I would not. I don't know. I feel like I got as much. Well, no, I guess it is a little more charming than the Hall of Presidents, because the Hall of Presidents is just like a history lesson with a very pro-American, twist to it. And
the rotating stage thing and like the transparent curtains are pretty cool.
It has novel Imagineering techniques.
It does. Yeah.
If
we don't have to put it in B if we don't want to, but at least higher than the Hall of Presidents.
I'd say put it in C for now.
Higher, okay.
Yeah, but higher than
the Hall of Presidents. Maybe not quite on par with the People Mover. The train. I guess we rode one stop of the train. Can we rate that?
I think we can.
Okay, it was kind of mid.
It's not. It's like listed as an attraction. But it's like
But it doesn't have the cool dinosaur stuff.
Exactly. The dinosaur shit was so gas at the Disneyland one.
So it's kind of
which
just...
I saw when I was 7.
So it's another people moving type attraction, but you have to like wait a long time for it.
Yeah.
Until it gets to your station.
As the People Mover, certainly.
It probably has a similar amount of charm though.
As the People Mover?
Well, maybe not really.
I would put it below the People Mover.
It's definitely below the People Mover.
So I think if we end up re-ranking the People Mover, then we would put it in D tier. But
is it a riverboat tier experience? I think it might be.
I think the riverboat is sort of similar to the People Mover in that it just puts you back in the same place you started, but the train actually does serve a purpose in that it moves. You can get off.
It moves people.
It moves people. Say. Like if you were at a ride in Tomorrowland and you were like, oh, I want to go to Adventureland, then you could take the train instead of walking all the way.
Yeah.
If you felt so inclined.
Yeah.
So I think for that reason, I think it would go above the riverboat, but below the People Mover.
Okay, we can put it in C.
C tier.
Okay, good. C tier. Okay, agreed. All right, bro. Spaceship Earth.
So gas.
I like Spaceship Earth. It's kind of funny.
It's the same thing as the Carousel of Progress and the Hall of Presidents, sort of.
But I think it's.
I think in the Carousel of Progress are almost the same ride, except this one has more of like a documentary style feel rather than
it has Dame Judi Dench. I like how you go up into the ball. I like how you can design a utopia at the end like Caesar Catalina, bro. I would consider it to be as good, if not better, than the People Mover. But
that's going to be a tough
okay.
I almost feel like we have to put all
Should we move this back? Yeah. I feel like we're questioning this with every new entry. Okay.
It goes... Are we saying People Mover is above the Hall of Presidents, below the Carousel of Progress? I guess we don't have to.
Who gives a crap? Spaceship Earth can go... I think it's the best of these, I will say.
You think it... Okay, wow.
I think so. I think it's doing the most out of any of them.
I almost think I slightly preferred the Carousel of Progress.
Well, we can put it in C.
But we can put it in
C. I don't have strong feelings about any of these one way or the other than they're all kind of funny. Okay, Mission Space. This one is crazy.
Okay, yeah. So weird.
Yeah.
Such a weird ride. Like,
it's like... It's uncomfortable, but that's what it's going for.
Yeah, it's like trying to put you in the shoes of astronauts. Like that's I think the point is that what Mission Space does. Sorry, I almost said Spaceship Earth.
Very different
things.
Yeah.
The thing that Mission Space does is it does for the person writing it the same training that an astronaut does. But as far as I can tell, as far as I saw, they didn't really mention that. They were just like, oh, you're going to space. But they weren't like, you're doing the exact same thing that an astronaut would.
Yeah.
Or a very similar thing that an astronaut would do to prepare for space flight. And it was just a kind of an unpleasant experience.
Yeah.
So, like, I feel like if they had been more upfront with it, it's like, oh, this is an unpleasant experience, but this is about educating you about what it takes to go to space. That fits in with the Epcot brand, which I respect. But as it stands, they kind of just made a ride that was a little uncomfortable.
Yeah.
And, like, nauseating.
And, yeah.
More nauseating than any other ride in Disneyland by a long shot.
Even though it's a simulator, usually those do nothing for me. But it was, so kind of effective, but also just not very fun.
It puts you in a pod, and then it simulates G-forces by spinning you in a circle.
Yeah, and
so it makes you dizzy when it seems like you shouldn't be getting dizzy at all, and that's really disorienting.
Yeah, I don't like the spinning super fast type attraction at like state fairs and stuff. Yeah. So
I would put it in C tier.
It's not my favorite.
If they committed more to the thing of like you could be an actual astronaut, but it's
so we think D.
I think D.
First thrill ride.
Yeah.
In the D tier.
First thrill ride.
I'll put it above the river.
Yeah, I think above the river.
Yeah. Okay. What the frick is this? Oh, Test Track. That was closed. Test Track was being renovated for Test Track 3.0.
So now it's going to...
So
isn't it going to be the new fastest ride in Disney World or something?
I think it already was.
Oh.
I don't know. Yeah, hopefully it's even better. We'll see. But we didn't get to experience Test Track, unfortunately. The Seas with Nemo and Friends.
Did we do that?
We did do that. We did that. It was very forgettable, clearly. I mean, it's a D. It's got to be, right?
You think?
Well, it's... Yeah, I don't know. It's you're kind of just looking at a lot of screens from what I remember.
Yeah, I think that's right.
Of just Nemo, and there's some sets, but It's whatever.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah, D tier.
Above
I'll put it above Philharmagic though, because
we're really hating on
at
Philharmagic
least
right
you
now.
move. Soren, overhyped. We were sitting next to some people who were screaming, getting a kick out of it. I'm happy for them. Just
really boring.
moving around, looking at a screen, not that exciting. It's fine, but hardly a thrill ride.
It was way less exciting than I remember it. I almost and like again, I feel like giving certain rides lower rankings is almost like, what was the expectation going in? It was narrated by Patrick Warburton, and that was really funny.
It might be Mission Space tier. I don't know.
I think it is probably Mission Space tier.
Probably Mission Space tier.
At least it doesn't make you nauseous.
Yeah, but also Mission Space was like more exciting to be on. I would say. Okay. Living with the Land. I gotta say, I know a lot of Disney influencers love Living with the Land. It was okay. IDK.
I would put it on People Mover tier.
I agree. Yeah, it was perfectly entertaining.
It was really, really boring.
Ultimately,
up until the point, and then they like take you through a tour. It's like a boat ride, and it's really boring, and they have some animatronics. But then you actually go through like this lab or like this greenhouse where they're actually growing food and plants and like even fish, and that was kind of chill. So I would put it in C tier.
Yeah, it's chill certainly.
Again, it's like the ride itself was boring, but I was pleasantly surprised. So it's getting a C.
For sure. Okay. Journey into Imagination with Figment.
Wow. What?
Another one that's been massively hyped up.
What did you think about this going in? Because
I wasn't expecting much. I ironically love Figment, but
you didn't even know his characterization before this.
No, he was kind of a brat, dude.
But it's so weird that he's using all the branding, especially for the Epcot Food and Wine Festival. That was really weird.
Yeah, I'm not sure what the connection is.
If there was a tier for the Epcot Food and Wine Festival, I think it would. If we were ranking that on the tier list, I would put that as a B tier. But unfortunately, there's no option.
Yeah. Okay.
So Journey into Imagination with Figment, I would put in a C tier.
Okay, I agree. Yeah, probably Living with the Land about.
Yeah.
Wow. C tier filling up quick.
Yeah.
Okay.
All the Epcot rides. Are in there.
Bro, Grand Fiesta Tour. Starting with Three Caballeros. You might notice I'm a little bit of a Three Caballeros fanatic.
Paid good money for that shirt.
Yes. $65. No problem though.
No problem.
Grand Fiesta Tour. Of course, I want to put it higher than these, but I don't.
I don't know if I can in good conscience
I
put it
agree. I agree.
Like on the same tier as Space Mountain. It is.
Certainly not. I like that it was another we did it twice because it was just a walk ride on, chill, dark ride. We were stuck in it for a while the second time. That was kind of fun.
We got to see the animatronics up close and hear all the
clacking,
the pistons clacking.
Yeah.
I would put it in C tier.
Yeah. Okay. It's above Living with the Land.
Above with the Land.
What? Okay. Whatever.
Sure.
Whatever.
Whatever.
A Frozen Ever After, dude.
Okay. Again, this might be a little skewed because we waited in line for so long.
Yeah.
And it was pretty underwhelming.
Yeah, considering the wait time, I'm going to try not to consider the wait time.
The queue was pretty chill.
The queue was chill. It's another C, though. Let's be honest.
Yeah. I don't know what... the one interesting thing it did was, you went down a ramp, a slide backwards in the boat.
When Elsa pushes you backwards.
Elsa pushes you back.
That was pretty chill.
That was pretty chill, but it's not enough to knock it above C tier.
For sure.
If I'm not gonna...
Should have had...
that would put it in...
Should have had non-projection animatronics, if you ask me. Maybe if you want a B tier so bad.
Wasn't the reindeer non-projection animatronic?
The eyes were projections,
the eyes were
but otherwise, yes, I think so. But Elsa and Anna don't look very good in my opinion. But that's okay. Okay, Pirates. Oh, finally some heat, bro.
Gas.
Finally some gas. I would still say not as good as Disneyland's Pirates.
What was different about it?
Well,
I didn't even
in the beginning, you pass those stalactites as opposed to going around the Blue Bayou at Disneyland. There's that guy playing his ukulele or whatever.
Was it banjo?
It was a banjo, I think. Yes.
But you don't get that. You don't have the banjo guy.
No, you don't have the banjo guy. You don't have the Blue Bayou. So, and also there's like that waterfall part in Disneyland. I don't think that was at Disney World either. So
Didn't they take that out? The waterfall part?
really, maybe.
I remember there
Okay.
used to be a version of Pirates where they like projected Davy Jones onto it, and then they took that out.
Yeah.
In the last few years.
Okay. Well, maybe that's different.
But I think probably whatever Pirates of the Caribbean this ride lacks in the Disney World version lacks compared to the Disneyland version. I think the queue makes up for it because the queue is very good.
the queue is great. Also
One of
has
my favorite
smells,
queues.
whereas Disneyland does not.
Oh.
So it's a bit of a trade-off. I don't think
I would-
one blows the other one out of the water.
Yeah, certainly. But where are we putting it in relation to the other rides here?
I mean, okay, it's A at least.
You think it's an A at least?
I think it's an A at least.
I would put it in B tier.
Nah. Okay, well, I would go. At least Disneyland is an S tier for me. So
I'll
I'll
I don't know.
compromise.
I feel like I've
I'll
been on
compromise
Pirates of
with
the
A.
Caribbean so many times, and it's long, and you get your money's worth. But IDK.
Yeah, no, we're gonna compromise with A, bro, because I mean the sheer number of animatronics
Is just mind blowing.
mind blowing. Great visual effects.
This guy.
The smells. I mean the music. It's iconic.
All right.
It's iconic, bro. They
A
made
tier it is.
They made like 6 films out of it or something.
And you're putting
bro.
it higher than Space Mountain.
Disney World's yes, absolutely.
Disney World, Space Mountain.
100%, bro.
Okay.
Star Tours,
Tours,
A tier. A tier.
Do you think it's B tier?
I think it's B tier. It's a simulator, bro.
Oh, come on.
Um,
It's like you.
I wouldn't
a
put
random
it-
passenger gets picked out as the spy.
yeah. Oh, and it has the C-3PO
has a
animatronic.
C-3PO
I'm a fan of
animatronic?
Star Tours. It's certainly, yeah, it's certainly B at the lowest. I don't know if I would put it above Space Mountain.
I would put it above Space Mountain.
Really? Okay. Seven Dwarfs Mine Train even?
I don't. I'm not gonna lie. I kind of don't remember.
All right. Well, I would rather go on an actual coaster probably.
I
But
guess so.
I like
but
that it's randomized every time. I like that there's the C-3PO animatronic.
I don't love putting it. Like I feel like it would at least be on the same tier as Pirates of the Caribbean.
IDK.
I feel like maybe it's just nostalgia talking, but
I'm also nostalgic for it, no doubt. Indiana Jones Epic Stunt Spectacular we actually did do.
it was pretty fun.
It was pretty fun. It's no Waterworld, but
Nothing could ever be Waterworld.
yeah, what is Waterworld? But it's chill.
B-tier.
Yeah, B tier.
Yeah.
Okay.
I would
Yeah.
maybe put it below Space Mountain.
Below Space Mountain, but
But I would put it above the
above
Carousel of
above the Carousel of Progress. I
Yeah.
don't know. Just some animatronics.
Oh, come on. You're talking about physicality being immersed. They're real
Okay,
live
the
actors
stunt-
there.
it has the ball. Okay.
It's like you're on a movie set and you're watching the action scenes happen. How you couldn't get more immersive than
I'll
that,
concede, bro. Okay, I think
Come on.
it's fun.
Vision 3D.
Muppet Vision 3.
I almost feel like this one could have been a masterpiece. It could have been the best theater type attraction.
Yeah.
And then because of the 3D gimmick, they're just kind of doing a lot less good stuff. Like, really love the Statler and Waldorf animatronics. Love the Penguin animatronics.
Oh, the penguin animatronics.
Love the little that you could look back and see the camera at the back and
Yeah.
I loved all the jokes. Obviously, It's
Yeah.
the Muppets.
Yeah. But the new character is kind of
The
annoying.
new character is really annoying and is only in 3D, and they really tried, and it didn't even work. The 3D glasses didn't super work all the time.
They are very flaky, as we'll get to. But
I think this could have been a B tier, which is higher than any other theater attraction so far. But I think it's
Yeah.
going to have to go in high C tier for right now.
I agree. It's around the carousel. Okay. Toy Story Midway Mania.
That one was
I think is slept on. I like it.
I like it.
I like it quite a bit, even though
I don't know if I would say it's total gas. but
no,
it is
as much
pretty
as I
good.
hate on screen-based attractions, I think it's pretty fun. It's
Better than Spider-Man Web Slingers.
oh, no doubt. And yeah, interactive. It's fun to compete, and all the different games are fun and play.
Yeah,
play
and
a
I
little
won when
differently.
I won on it, so that was good.
Yeah.
I like that part.
B.
Yeah, forget it.
Let's put it above Indiana Jones Stunt Spectacular.
I think that's it. I think that's it.
Okay. Oh,
Slinky Dog Dash.
no. Okay, so here's the thing, bro. Slinky Dog Dash was closed the entire day, and we were holding out hope that it would reopen eventually.
Hyped to go on Slinky Dog Dash.
It never opened, unfortunately. So we have yet to go on Slinky Dog Dash.
Unfortunately.
Yeah, we got a personal apology from the manager in the app, though. So that was nice.
A personal apology. It personally showed up in the Disney Parks app.
In my personal Disney Parks app. Yeah. Alien swirling saucers. I mean, yeah, it's not a bad time, but it's not an especially memorable time either. It's the last one we did at Hollywood Studios just to be completionists.
Just to do the completion, yeah.
We knew exactly what it was going to be, and it served that purpose fine, but it's nothing too special. I'll put it above the seas with
above the seas, but below, you'd say below the riverboat.
Sure.
Yeah, it
okay, Enchanted Tiki Room. Okay, bro.
Carter has very strong feelings about the Enchanted Tiki Room.
It's unironically one of my favorite attractions at the Disney parks. I can't especially articulate the reasoning for that. Although, hey, if we don't have to put an S because this version, it doesn't have the fountains like Disney.
Oh, it doesn't have the fountain. It does have the queue ahead of time where there are some birds outside the room.
Yeah, that was chill.
That was chill.
But I mean, bro, it's just like in the nice, cool Enchanted Tiki Room eating a Dole Whip. It's just like the vibe is unmatched. So, I'm pushing for an A, bro.
B tier for bird.
You make a compelling argument. Okay, high B tier, bro.
High B tier.
High B tier. Okay, but okay, realistic. It's not as good as Pirates, but it's just.
But it does beat Pirates in terms of pure animatronic count.
It probably does, and it's just such a vibe. I love it so much. It's also maybe a little problematic, so
tiny bit.
We can take it down a few notches for that. Yeah. Oh, all right.
Oh,
okay. Tower of Terror's gas.
A tier.
Yes, I would agree. Because at the end of the day, I've been on the go up and
Galaxy
drop
Cosmic Rewind.
Right. Well, I was gonna say I've been on like the go up and down type rides many times in the past. It's really the theming that makes this one so special. And you do move forward.
And you do move. Yeah, you unexpectedly move out of the elevator and into the new elevator shaft.
I just love the old Hollywood theming so much. So it is really certainly an A tier.
The neon light sign, they really commit to the thing on the outside at night. You can see the backstory is the hotel was struck by lightning and now it's haunted or something.
Yeah. Yeah.
And they have the lights turn off or flicker in the spot where the hotel got hit by lightning, which is a really nice touch. Really loved that the first
incredible
time I
theming. Rock and Roller Coaster.
Rock and Roll S tier.
S tier rock.
Yes. Yes. I'm going to.
I don't know if the Aerosmith theming is quite
S tier. The Aerosmith
high
theming,
S tier.
Well, we haven't put anything in S tier so far. So.
Okay.
But just. Like, we didn't know anything about Aerosmith roller coaster, or really Aerosmith the band, Rock and Roller
starring Aerosmith, bro.
And I remember pulling up and seeing this coaster wait in line and then launch off at a very high speed, and I was like, now we're in for some heat.
It's
it has a
definitely one of the fastest.
in it, and it's an indoor coaster. I think it's the only loop-de-loop in Walt Disney
It certainly
Resort.
Clears... Yeah, maybe so. It certainly clears Space Mountain.
I'm pushing for S tier.
All right, I'll concede. No, it was really fun, for sure.
It was a great coaster.
It's a little odd to me that there's an Aerosmith-themed attraction at Disney World. It's tough to you, Bug. Okay, as these things go, it's the best one.
I was really surprised by, like, the very good Grasshopper animatronic.
It's incredible. It's incredible, and it's...
This is the first thing...
It was even a little broken, but I was still very impressed. Yeah, and they're replacing with Zootopia. No way. Like, this is mad scary, bro. Like, kids were crying. It was awesome.
This is the first ride we went on at Animal Kingdom, and I was, like, pretty under-caffeinated and
sick.
Already. So I was pretty... Like, I was not registering what was going on. But I still registered the Grasshopper animatronic because it was fire.
Yeah, the Grasshopper animatronic was great. Yeah, certainly. If Muppet Vision 3D is C, this is certainly B.
You think?
Yes, and I would put it above Indiana Jones.
I don't know. I think it's equal.
Spectacular.
I think it's equal to Muppet Vision 3D.
You think? Okay.
Or
that has more animatronics.
Muppet
This one
Vision
has a
3D has
better
more
animatronics.
animatronics, and I think honestly, like just better presentation.
Okay. All right.
I mean, it's tough to be a bug. It's like educational about, oh, here's some fun bugs, and it has like some like.
That's true. The film itself is not that special. I'm mostly thinking of the one animatronic.
But it blew you away.
But what an animatronic!
Okay.
Avatar: Flight of Passage. Surprisingly gas.
Yeah.
As I've said, I'm not a big simulator guy. This is the best one.
Best simulator,
no doubt,
for sure.
Why
would you go on Soarin' when you could go on Avatar: Flight of Passage?
Yeah, no, literally, it's a similar vibe, but just executed way more convincingly. Really fun ride. A tier for sure.
I could go with that for sure.
Yeah. I'll still take a non-simulator over it, but
yes,
it's for what it is. Very well done. Very well imagineered. Yeah. Navi River Journey. This. Oh, brother! I'm mostly upset because we waited an hour for it. But it's not that bad.
We weren't playing what was it?
Actoral.
Actually fill the grid.
Yeah.
And that took us an entire hour. So
right.
It was
but I'm not giving Disney credit for that. The ride is not that good.
Very underwhelming.
It's for a Three Caballeros tier, I would say, attraction.
Uh-huh.
Not worth waiting an hour for, but still a pleasant enough time, and has a very good animatronic at the end.
If you were giving, you were about to give Muppets. Sorry, not Muppets. You were about to give It's Tough to Be a Bug B tier for having one really good animatronic. So
that's true. Okay,
does this go in?
Well, since we put it in C tier, I'm going to put this in C tier as well because it does have one really good animatronic. I like the bioluminescence, but ultimately, it's pretty short for what it is.
You can definitely easily fall asleep on it.
Yeah.
I feel it like that's
chill to a fault.
If you were going to ride on any ride and fall asleep on it, this would be it. I think.
Yeah.
It's just really short, but whatever.
Mm-hmm. Okay, Kilimanjaro Safaris, very unique attraction.
Yes.
At the Walt Disney World Resorts.
It's like if Jungle Cruise had actual animals.
Yes, which I think is probably better than Jungle Cruise.
Yeah.
We saw a decent amount of animals. And it's pretty long as well, so definitely a main attraction at Animal Kingdom. I would also put it at B tier, definitely above these two. Yeah,
I think.
Yeah, all right. Ooh,
Expedition
Everest, bro. This is gas. It's Matterhorn by modern Imagineering standards. Love the Yeti, even if it's not what it used to be.
You go backwards. Put this one in A tier.
Cali River Rapids.
Very, very chill queue.
Yeah.
Underwhelming ride itself.
There was like, what, 1 drop, 2 drops?
I wouldn't even call it a drop. It was like a very shallow incline.
Didn't get nearly as wet as I needed to. Whereas Grizzly River Run at California Adventure, I think, kind of clears.
Compared to this.
Yeah, I would, but I still love these raft rides. And the queue is really, if we're incorporating queue at all.
I feel like I've been thinking about it. It's something
in the
to
back
consider, but it's not enough for me personally to get this one out of C tier.
I think this sits very comfortably in C tier.
Yeah.
Dinosaur, surprisingly gas.
Funniest IP.
I love it because it's based on a film that I goof on nonstop. It has Aladar in it, which is just an instant win in my book. But also, unironically, I think it's pretty fun. It has some very good animatronics.
Yeah.
And a little sad that they're getting rid of it for another Indiana Jones ride. So
maybe they'll keep some of the dinosaurs in the Indiana Jones ride.
Ooh, he goes back to dinosaur times?
I said maybe they will.
Hey,
hopefully Aladar's still in.
They better not get rid of Aladar. They're going to get rid of Aladar.
I would put this in a high B tier.
Yeah, I agree. We have Triceratops.
One go in a circle ride that we actually went on.
Yeah, another one that we went on just to say we went on every ride in the park. Nothing special at all. The exact same experience as a lot of other rides where you go up and down in a circle.
So where in D tier are we putting this?
It might be below PhilharMagic, if I'm being honest.
Oh, yeah.
PhilharMagic had some...
It
had like a Donald Butt animatronic, didn't it? Like that was something.
Yeah. They had Donald crash into
That's more than Triceratops spin offered me, so...
Oh, you could go in and out and then up and down, actually, so...
Yeah, well,
It's not even themed.
You could lean forward slightly, but it's like... you know, it's good that it's there for the children, I guess.
Yeah.
Very underwhelming attraction. Big Thunder Mountain, classic attraction. Classic. You know, not the most thrilling coaster out there, if that's what we're going by.
Are we putting this?
I think it's A.
I feel, yeah. Well, my question is, are we putting this on par with Seven Dwarfs Mine Train?
It's probably, yeah, you know, it is probably on par with Seven Dwarfs Mine Train.
Because they're almost the same thing.
Yeah.
I feel like.
Let's put it right next to Seven Dwarfs Mine Train. Bro. Okay.
Was this? Do you think this list was made before they rethemed it to what
yes.
it's called now?
Yeah. So now this is something. It's a different beast entirely, where it has
one
the
original
Zootopia song,
and then everything else is there's Zootopia, there's
Frozen. I think
there's Frozen.
Yeah.
There's Coco. There's
oh yeah.
What are the
It's
Elvis,
a little
what did the
cringe.
Elvis Presley what did the Elvis Presley bears sing?
I don't remember. It's
Some bullcrap.
some bullcrap. It's a little cringe, but I was still kind of endeared by it. If I'm being honest.
It was.
I
endearing.
like the singing bear animatronics
think-
a great deal.
I think-
it's no Enchanted Tiki Room,
Obviously,
but it's probably see.
yeah.
think?
I was gonna say
The
it's-
IPs
it's
really bring it down.
very Hall of Presidents tier.
I agree. Yeah,
but for unrelated reasons to the Hall of Presidents, I would say.
for sure.
Why is Haunted Mansion this low? Did you add a Haunted Mansion?
No,
Okay. You added Tron.
I bet whoever made this list was saving it for last because it's heat.
Okay.
Inarguably S tier, I think.
I would say it's definitely the best dark ride.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if I personally give dark rides like the same weight as I give thrill rides in general.
Okay.
So I would put it in an A tier.
Well, sucks because I am putting it in S tier. I think it's unmatched to this day when it comes to like cool effects, and also again music is iconic.
They have the Mr.
incredible
Toad
animatronics,
gravestone.
bro. Like it has the Hatbox Ghost now. I mean, like, bro, the exterior is a little less iconic in Disneyland, I will say, but
At Disneyland or Disneyland?
yeah, but I mean, it has the stretching room, like, bro. I mean, there's just
the stretching.
if you insist, I'll put it below Rock and Roller Coaster,
Okay.
but it is still well deserving of the S.
Okay.
No doubt. The ballroom scene, oh my god, bro. People want to have their ashes thrown there for a reason. It's insane. Okay. Tron.
Now we go on to the real
The new
real
stuff. The new stuff. Not necessarily the best, but the new. Tron.
Not necessarily
is-
the best, but the new, he says. And we're about to put Tron Light Cycle Run in S tier.
Are we putting it in S tier?
I think it has to go in S
I think we're putting it in S. If we put Rock and Roller Coaster in S tier, I think we're putting Tron in S tier. The theming is just so great. People complain about it being short. Didn't really bother me all that much.
Yeah, I mean, it has a really long wait, but that it's because it's the best.
Yeah,
One of the best
and
coasters.
honestly,
You like
the queue is so chill.
The
Like
queue is really
I
good.
wasn't even that bothered. It's mostly
You-
indoors.
the ride vehicle is like you're on a motorcycle,
Yeah.
which is crazy.
Really unique
I
ride
feel like
vehicle.
that really put it from an A tier to an S tier.
Especially, I will say we rode it at nighttime, which was really cool. Ooh, Tiana's Bayou Adventure. The stakes were high with this one, as I would formally
it was
put.
replacing Splash Mountain.
Yes, I would formally say Splash Mountain is my favorite Disney attraction.
S tier for Splash.
S tier for Splash, and I don't think this quite measures up to it. Not to be,
Anti-woke.
one of those who is racist, but it's not as good.
I
as
think
Splash Mountain.
it has less of a plot almost, or it feels like there's less of a
No, less stakes certainly.
less stakes.
It's a lot less scary, which obviously I'm into.
I feel like even as a kid when I was riding Splash Mountain, I got scared by like Space Mountain because it was too much.
Mhm.
But Splash Mountain, I was like, oh, I'm scared. This is great.
Yeah, and it has a great evil aura.
Yeah.
Whereas Tiana's Bayou Adventure is just like, hey, we're
it
going to
feels-
a party, and
Yeah.
it's the same fun track as always. The drop is as great as ever, but just the theming is not quite there, and of course, it has a good amount of screens.
Splash Mountain
which
is
really
like
bothered me.
it feels like it was from a different era, not just because it has these old animatronics and like
it's
this
racist.
and it's racist, or it was derived
not
from
racist.
culturally problematic stories. I guess.
Yes.
But it feels like it tries to do something that rides don't really do anymore, which is create some weird tension or something.
Yeah.
Even like Haunted Mansion, which is trying to be scary, doesn't feel as scary as Splash Mountain does in a sense. which is why I feel like it puts it apart from other rides, even like log flume rides.
Oh,
and Tiana's Bayou Adventure doesn't measure up, but
but it's still great.
Chill. Yeah,
I would still honestly probably put it in
A
tier, because it's still. I mean, the track is fun, and I had a great time on it. But there's just so many parts where it's like, bro, why is there a screen with Mama Odie on it? You had Mama Odie as an animatronic later in the attraction, So
they could have just put 2 Mama Odie animatronics.
It couldn't have been that hard to make another Mama Odie animatronic, and the giant Tiana face on a screen was like, what are we doing here? So anyway, but the animatronics that are there still very good. Not quite as many as Splash Mountain, which of course is a bummer, but
oh well,
very chill attraction.
Very chill. Not
as upset about it as I could be.
Yeah.
Mickey and Minnie's Runaway Railway. Decent. I almost certainly would have liked the Great Movie Ride more, so I'm bummed I never got to go on that.
Projection animatronics were really weird for this one.
My cat is yapping. Yeah, it's chill though.
Yeah,
Probably
it's fun.
What, like C?
B tier.
B tier. C. Yeah,
no. Like a
low B
like
tier.
A low B tier.
Low B tier. I can get down with that. Okay. Rise of the Resistance. I think I'm a bigger fan of than you are.
I think I came around to Rise of the Resistance.
I really like Rise of the Resistance.
I remember doing it at Disneyland and being a little underwhelmed. I don't remember why, because I don't know. The part where you have to walk the Stormtrooper and then get in the ride, and I was like, oh, this is immersive, and then my immersion was broken because like someone couldn't get their seatbelt on or something.
Well, but that's funny.
More things can go wrong, but I think it's just because it's such an ambitious ride and it tries things that no other ride really tries. So I really must give it respect.
There are multiple parts to the ride that you go on.
Yeah.
Like it's a simulator, and then it's a kind of walk through type thing, and then it's a dark ride. It's great.
Pretty good.
I would put it A tier.
I think
at
A
the
tier
very
is
least.
appropriate.
Yeah. Okay. Remy's Ratatouille Adventure.
I don't know why I liked this one so much.
Interesting.
It was like I remember going on it and being like and really liking it, even though it was. I mean, it's just kind of the same thing as Rise of the Resistance.
It's a lot less technically impressive than Rise of the Resistance, I would argue.
It doesn't have animatronics, really.
No, and it's mostly screens. There are some cool sets, too.
It really plays with scale in a nice way. You get shrunk down to the size of a rat.
Yes.
And then all the stuff around you is like all big, which is sort of what Tiana's Bayou Adventure was trying to do at a certain point in the ride, which is why there's a giant Tiana face on the screen, but it doesn't do it nearly as well.
But this is a lot better. I will say the 3D didn't really work for me on this, so that was kind of immersion breaking, but
sure.
I would still put it in B probably.
I think a high B tier I would compromise on.
Okay. It's
high
also
B tier,
just
low A tier.
It's based on such a charming intellectual property, you know. It's hard to go wrong with Ratatouille.
I would put it above Enchanted Tiki Room, but you're the one using the
I'm
trackpad.
afraid
here.
that's not happening. Okay, Millennium, you count yourself lucky that it's only in tier, bro. That pains me, bro. Below Tiana's By Adventure, are you kidding me? Okay, anyway. Millennium Falcon Smuggler's Run is fine. IDGAF kind of. It's kind of an IDGAF type attraction, but I wouldn't put it. Or Star Tours, probably not as good as Star Tours.
Not as good as Star Tours.
Probably C tier. The interactivity is kind of fun, but as a gamer, I can do that at home.
Yeah.
So. And also your enjoyment is very dependent on what position you get.
That's true.
I think because I had more fun this time as a pilot than I did last time as an engineer, which was literally just pressing a button when it lit up.
As opposed to being able to steer the vehicle and actually meaningfully contribute to the experience.
Yes, I did feel like I was meaningfully contributing, so that was fun. But it's still a simulator and not an especially effective one.
I would put it probably below Muppet Vision 3D.
Well,
but above Hall of Presidents.
Ooh, above Hall of Presidents? Yeah, I suppose that's fair. Below Spaceship Earth, though.
Okay. No way. Are we putting Millennium Falcon Smuggler's Run above Spaceship Earth?
Bro, Spaceship Earth is gas. I put Moana Journey of Water on here.
That's just like a walk. It honestly is barely an attraction.
Yeah, I was hesitant to include it, but it's kind of funny to me.
It's just if you really feel the need to get spritzed by water, but you don't want to go through the trouble of riding Kali River Rapids.
Yeah.
They're not even in the same park, are they?
Or, yeah, and it's kind of, it has the same, I guess, bioluminescent aesthetic appeal that Navi River Journey has, but you don't have to wait an hour. You just kind of walk in it at your own pace. So I think it's chill, but
I would
still nothing to write
probably
home
give
about.
it a D tier.
D tier? Okay. Well, yeah, I guess so.
It doesn't even have a queue.
It's not even... considering it's not a ride, I suppose it's probably D tier. I'll put it above Mickey's PhilharMagic, though.
Because that one does have a... Well, you have to wait for the next show to start.
Yeah.
Whereas this one you can just...
I was more satisfied by Moana Journey of Water than I was with PhilharMagic. Oh, you know what? Frick the seas. All right.
Right next to each other, too.
Okay.
The Lightning McQueen.
Oh, Lightning McQueen.
This one... it was just really fun because I was going in and they were like quizzing me on Cars trivia and I was like, obviously I know all the answers. I watched Cars 2006
obviously Rusty's, bro.
dozens of times.
Yeah. And I've never seen Cars, so it didn't do too much for me.
But it's kind of weird. It's like a simulator ride, except you just sit in a
nothing's being simulated. You're just
watching.
watching.
You watch Lightning McQueen go on a simulator ride.
Yeah.
It's weird.
It's really. I mean, this is the lowest.
I think
it's not.
It's not. I would put it above Triceratops Spin because I like the Cars intellectual property.
I would probably put it below Triceratops Spin because at least you move in Triceratops Spin.
You don't move in Mickey's PhilharMagic. But you are...
Yeah, but it has a Donald animatronic.
It has a Donald animatronic.
Okay, this has
a
a Lightning McQueen animatronic, which is a perfectly fine Lightning McQueen animatronic. Has a projection mouth, but you know, whatever, dude. Who gives a crap? It's fine. Okay, and last, but certainly not least, we have Guardians of the Galaxy Cosmic Rewind.
Cosmic Rewind. The death of Epcot's branding as edutainment. Right.
But also, I would say the best thrill ride that the Walt Disney Company has made.
Really?
In my opinion, yes.
I would... Yeah, no, that's definitely fair.
I don't... And it's kind of not even close.
I would say the Aerosmith Rock and Roller Coaster was on the same level.
Well, yeah.
Maybe. As a thrill ride?
As a thrill ride, maybe, but...
Whether or not you consider Guardians of the Galaxy Cosmic Rewind to be killing Epcot slowly from within, if you're a Disney adult.
Kind of id-gaff about even as a Disney adult, I don't really care about that.
I thought Epcot was very charming and this is very out of place, but it is a really, really good ride.
Also, I'm glad it's there.
Yeah.
Because it's so good. Different song every time. And it kind of like... It also invented like a new ride vehicle, I think. Like it kind of spins as you... And it has a crazy reverse launch. It's so good. What an attraction. And there we have it. That's our list.
That's our list. Thank you for watching.
Thank you for watching. Let me know if you agree or disagree in the comments below. Please like and subscribe to whatever channel I put this on. All right. Goodbye.
Bye, Nilmer heads.
What do they say at Disneyland when you leave?
It's a big, bright, beautiful tomorrow.
there's a great, big, beautiful tomorrow. And here you exit the world of today and enter the